Here is a bike ride I took yesterday. Um, I started from my backyard, which is here in Peralta Trails, and went down the Powerline Road to the south. Uh, this actually goes all the way down, almost all the way over to Queen Valley. Um, and I didn't quite get to Entrada del Oro, which is right here. But what I did is I went down this way and came down this road here and went over. Um, if you look really close here, though, you can see the road ends right about here. And so I did some bushwhacking. All this is bushwhacking here, right from about here on. And you can see it's really slow. I'm going 2 miles an hour, 2 miles an hour. This is all hiking speed. Now there's a couple of places here where I could go faster. I don't think there's a road here, but it's flat, and I was able to get on my bike there a couple of times and do it there. But that gives you an idea of where I was there. And then did a lot more bushwhacking here. Saw a lot of cows. Did post some pictures of them. There were a couple places here where I could was flat enough I could get on my bike and go. Let's see. I think let's stop that there. Where is that? Yeah, right here. There's a couple of places here. This is down on the road here, I think. I finally found another road over here. Yeah, but this is all hiking. This is all hiking through here. And you can see, well, that's 7 miles in. I thought that was the speed limit. That's not the speed. That's not the speed. That's the how far I was into the hike. But you can see it was really quite slow here. Here I'm going to let's see. In fact, this area right here, I'm averaging 1.7 miles per hour. And there was a couple of places there when I got on the bike. It was flat enough I could get on the bike, and a lot of rocks, but it wasn't too bad. And you can see I got right there. There was a couple of places where I could go 3 and 4 miles an hour there. So anyway, it gives you an idea of the bike ride. Let's fly it. Again, I started from my backyard. Went down here and crossed the Peralta Road. Here's the school. Went by the school. Went there, and then took the bike ride here. Now, then I cut over here. Now this is the Powerline Road. There is right here a gate. I mentioned this before. There's a gate right there, and you've got to undo the gate and go through it. And then on the other side of the gate, yeah, right. I think it's right there, if I'm not mistaken. It might be up here farther. I think it's right there where there's a lot of water here, and you've got. Usually I go this way, but there was a lot of water here, and so I went around and avoided the water. It was interesting. There was a lot of water here, but there wasn't much here, where you'd think there would be more there than otherwise. I'm not sure why I went out here. I think it was I'm not sure. It might have been to take a picture of a cow. So let's continue. And like I say, I went around the water there, went through here, and followed the road pretty well. There's 2 roads, one for one power line, one for the other power line. Not sure why they have 2 power lines. It's kind of weird. But anyway, I followed the road. Let's speed it up a wee bit. And it's not a bad road. There's a couple places here where It's a little obnoxious, but not too bad for a. I'm not a great mountain bike rider, and and a couple of places here I had to get off. You know, take a look at that. Let's continue. Pretty straightforward. I did go about 12 miles altogether. It was a nice day. Got a little bit of sun. Got my vitamin D, and and it was kind of delightful. Now, here is where I came back, but here is where I continued. And then went down here. Now, like I mentioned, I'm not that far away from Entrada del Oro, which is right here. I have before gone up around here. This is kind of an interesting, I've never gone to the top of it. I was trying to get through one time to go around here, and I don't think I made it. I went up and then had to come back around. But that's interesting. And then I went down this way, and there's a road here, and there was some campers, people camping out here. But right here is where I started to bushwhack after I went. Where's the loop at? Oh, there it is, right there. This was all bushwhacking right here. From this loop all the way around here, all the way back to the road. And then I went up this road this time instead of the other way, and went back the same way I came. It was a good bike ride. I'm getting a little bit better. I'm not great yet. A couple places are really sandy. You had to get a lot of speed to get through it. Other places there was a lot of rocks. Let's continue a little faster here, and then I'll stop it where I show you where I get off the road. Here's the road here, and it goes up. And I went around. That's where I came back. But this is fairly close to I-60. You can hear the cars, and that's where I did the. No, that's not the loop yet. And he says, and went around and followed this road. It's not a very good road. There's a loop there, and that's where I started the bushwhack. It's right through here, he says. And this, I bushwhacked all the way around here. Now, some places, like I mentioned, there were cow trails, a lot of cattle. And then I got back on the road here and then went back. I went up this different road and went back the way I came. I'll speed it up a wee bit, get you dizzy, and back down the Powerline Road. It was a good, it took me about 3 hours. Not very fast, but good bike ride. I will be posting pictures here, and maybe I'll put them in this movie as well. I will also be posting on Facebook. So anyway, that gives you an idea of yesterday's bike riding. Here is the road off of Powerline Road, the first one I took down going west towards Highway 60. And it was pretty flat, pretty decent road. There was a lot of cows, and you don't see them here, but I'll post them pictures, and you'll see them in the next video here. Sure, a nice day. Here are some of the pictures that I took from my bike ride. This is the one you can actually see Flatiron to the left there, and the peak. And here's some cattle on. This is the Powerline Trail, and cattle there, and Another cattle taking off. You can actually still see the peak there. This is the road. You can see a cattle, a big cow up there at the front. There was a lot of cows. Um, and they looked like they were well fed. There's a lot of grass out there, and well, they're nice. That's a picture of picket post. And here's a rattler I saw when I was bushwhacking. I did a bike ride, but I did bushwhack a ways, and it was an interesting little guy. He looked like he hadn't been fed much, and he didn't move too much, but he let me know he was there. And some more cattle. This is where I was doing some bushwhacking. It was sure pretty out there, though. It was incredible. Beautiful spring day. And more cattle. I think one more and that's it. I was taking a telephone call at this point in time, and here's a couple of pictures. I can't really show you how they look. At least they're virtual reality 3D pictures. And here's the average speed. Not very fast. It was about took me about 3 hours. Went about 12 miles, and it was enjoyable.